We're diving into the incredible story of a coin that has defied expectations and shocked the numismatic world. We're talking about the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that could be worth a staggering $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny, from 1991, worth over $1 million. Stick around as we explore how this coin came to be so valuable, its unique characteristics, and what you should look out for if you think you might have one of these rare gems in your collection. Let's get into it. First, let's take a step back and remind ourselves of the history behind the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency for over a century, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Since then, the coin has gone through many design changes, but the basic design, featuring a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, front, and a wheatstock design on the reverse, remains iconic. However, the 1991 penny is unique for a very specific reason. To understand why the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is so valuable, we need to talk about mint marks. Mint marks are small letters on coins that indicate where they were produced. The U.S. Mint operates several mints across the country, including Philadelphia, denoted by a P, Denver, denoted by a D, and San Francisco, denoted by an S. However, in 1991, something unusual happened with the Lincoln penny. Most of the pennies minted that year had the D mint mark, for Denver, or were unmarked, meaning they were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. For the most part, coins without mint marks were produced at the Philadelphia Mint until 1980, when they started adding the P mint mark. But here's where things get interesting. In 1991, a small batch of Lincoln pennies was struck at the Philadelphia Mint without any mint mark at all. These coins were produced unintentionally without the P or any other mark, which makes them an accidental error. As a result, the small number of 1991 no-mint mark pennies are incredibly rare. Now that we know the history behind the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, why is it worth so much money? It all comes down to rarity and demand. While it's hard to pinpoint exactly how many of these unmarked pennies were minted, estimates suggest that only a few hundred could be in circulation. And out of those, only a small handful have survived in pristine condition. The rarity of these coins, combined with the fact that they are in excellent condition, often graded as MS65 or higher, has led to astronomical auction prices. One of the most notable sales occurred when a 1991 no-mint mark penny was sold for $1.6 million at a major auction. The rarity of the coin, along with its historical significance, has made it a highly sought-after piece by serious coin collectors and investors. Now, you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare pennies? Well, it's actually quite simple. A typical 1991 penny will have a mint mark on the reverse side of the coin, either a D or a P, if struck in Philadelphia. But for the 1991 no mint mark penny, you'll notice that there's no mint mark at all. It's important to keep in mind that you should also inspect the condition of the coin. Pennies that have been circulated extensively will show signs of wear, which can reduce their value significantly. A 1991 no-mint mark penny in uncirculated or near-perfect condition is what collectors are after. The most desirable examples of these coins are those that have been graded as MS65 or higher by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. The higher the grade, the more valuable the penny. So, if you think you have one of these rare coins, it's worth getting it professionally graded to determine its true value. What makes this penny stand out from other rare coins is the combination of its historical significance and the mystery surrounding its minting error. As a result, the 1991 no-mint mark penny holds a unique place in American numismatic history. Collectors are drawn to these errors because they represent something that was never intended to happen, an accidental oversight by the U.S. Mint that led to the creation of one of the most valuable pennies in existence. Moreover, the 1991 no-mint mark penny is part of a larger trend in the numismatic world where small minting errors create highly coveted coins. These types of error coins have seen skyrocketing prices at auctions over the years, and the 1991 penny is one of the best examples of this phenomenon. To wrap up, the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the most exciting and valuable coins in the world of numismatics. Its rarity, historical importance, and the error that led to its creation have combined to make it a true treasure. With some of these coins selling for upwards of $1.6 million, it's no wonder that coin collectors and investors alike are eager to get their hands on one. If you're a coin collector, this is one penny you'll want to keep an eye out for. Make sure to check the reverse side of your 1991 pennies for the mint mark or lack thereof, and if you have one in excellent condition, you might just have a rare treasure on your hands. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on more exciting coin stories and tips. If you have any thoughts or questions about the 1991 no mint mark penny, leave them in the comments below. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins, and we've got a special one on the table, the 1969 D mint mark Lincoln penny. This coin might look like your average penny at first glance, but trust me, it's anything but ordinary. In fact, a well-preserved 1969 D penny could be worth a whopping $1.7 million. Stick around as we explore why this penny is so valuable and how you can potentially find one in your collection. The 1969 D mint mark Lincoln penny is part of the famous Lincoln Cents series, which has been produced by the U.S. Mint since 1909. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic and recognizable coins in American history, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But the 1969 D penny stands out from the rest for a very special reason. Produced in Denver, the 1969 D penny is one of the most sought-after coins for collectors today. It was minted during a period of transition in coin production, and that's where the story of its immense value begins. So, why is the 1969 D penny worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million? The answer lies in a rare and highly coveted error known as the double die variety. This happens when the die used to strike the coins has an issue that causes it to strike the coin multiple times, resulting in the doubling of some of the features on the coin. In the case of the 1969 D penny, this error caused the word Liberty and the date 1969 to appear doubled. The doubled letters and numbers are the telltale sign that this penny is not just another piece of pocket change. In fact, coins with this kind of error are among the rarest and most valuable in the world. While the regular 1969 D penny is worth just 1 cent, the doubled die version is worth millions. Finding one of these pennies in circulation or in your collection is like discovering a hidden treasure. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if you found one of these valuable pennies? Identifying a 1969 D doubled die penny isn't always easy, but there are some key features to look for. First, examine the date and the word Liberty on the obverse of the coin. If you see any noticeable doubling in these areas, that's your first clue. The doubling can appear as a shadow of the original design, making the letters and numbers look like they've been stamped twice. Next, closely inspect the mint mark D on the reverse. While the doubling on the date and Liberty is the most noticeable, sometimes the mint mark itself will also show signs of doubling. It's important to note that the 1969 D penny is not the only doubled die coin in existence. However, this particular error is one of the most famous and valuable, with the 1969 D doubled die penny being the holy grail for many coin collectors. As I mentioned earlier, the 1969 D doubled die penny can be worth an astonishing $1.7 million, but the value of these coins can vary depending on their condition and how well the error is preserved. Coins with higher grades, such as MS65 or above, will command a higher price, as collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are in exceptional shape. The first recorded sale of a 1969 D doubled die penny was in 2015, when one sold for nearly $1.7 million at auction. Since then, prices have continued to rise as more and more collectors recognize the rarity and value of this error coin. Keep in mind that most 1969 D pennies you come across will not be worth this much, but if you're lucky enough to find one with a noticeable doubled die error, you might be holding onto a small fortune. If you think you found a 1969 D doubled die penny, it's crucial to authenticate it before jumping to conclusions. There are several ways to do this. First, you can take the coin to a professional coin grader or a numismatist who can help you determine if the coin is truly a doubled die variety. They can assess the condition of the coin and check for any signs of counterfeiting. Another option is to have the coin certified by a reputable grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations use advanced technology to examine coins and can provide you with an official grade and authentication. The 1969 D penny is part of a rich history of coinage errors in the U.S. Mint. During the late 1960s, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of pennies each year, and quality control wasn't always perfect. The 1969 D doubled die error is just one example of the many unexpected mistakes that sometimes happen during the minting process. The 1969 D penny with the doubled die error is an iconic piece of numismatic history. It's a reminder of how a simple mistake in the production process can result in a coin that becomes highly coveted by collectors and worth millions of dollars. So, there you have it, the 1969 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that might just be sitting in your collection or hiding in your change jar, worth a staggering $1.7 million. If you happen to find one with a double die error, you could be holding onto a true treasure. Remember to carefully examine your pennies, and don't forget to check for the telltale signs of doubling. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin-related content. Who knows, maybe the next rare coin we explore will be even more valuable than this one. We're going to talk about a truly fascinating coin, the 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, which has been known to fetch an astonishing $1.8 million at auction. That's right, a simple penny, worth just 1 cent in its everyday form, can be worth more than most people's entire collections. So, let's dive into the details of this incredible coin, its rarity, how it became worth such a fortune, and what makes it so special. The 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which has long been a favorite among collectors. Minted from 1909 to 1958, the Lincoln Wheat Penny series saw several design and mint changes over the years. However, the 1980 penny is not part of the traditional Wheat series. It falls into the more modern Lincoln Memorial Penny series, which ran from 1959 through 2008. Now, you might be wondering, why is a coin from 1980, which was produced in high numbers, worth a whopping $1.8 million? Well, to understand that, we need to go back to how this unique penny came into existence. You see, every penny minted in the United States from 1959 onward should have a mint mark, either in D4 Denver or in S4 San Francisco, located on the reverse side, under the date. However, in 1980, something unusual happened at the U.S. Mint. A small batch of pennies was accidentally struck without a mint mark, making them a rare error coin. The most important thing here is that this was not intentional. This was not a limited edition coin or part of a special release, it was simply a mistake made during the minting process. Because of this error, these 1980 no-mint mark pennies are extremely rare. The U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies that year, but only a handful of these no-mint mark coins were mistakenly created. Estimates of how many were actually minted vary, but it's believed that only a few hundred of these coins were ever released into circulation, and many of those were lost, damaged, or destroyed over time. It wasn't until years later that collectors started to notice this error, and when they realized the rarity of these coins, their value began to skyrocket. The 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny quickly became a holy grail for error coin collectors, and as the demand grew, so did its value. A coin that was originally worth just 1 cent suddenly became a multi-million dollar treasure, with some specimens fetching as much as $1.8 million in auction sales. So, what makes this coin so special besides its rarity? For one, it represents a unique mistake in the U.S. Mint's history, which is what makes it highly sought after. Additionally, the Lincoln penny, designed by Victor David Brenner, has always been an iconic coin in American numismatics. The simple yet powerful image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, combined with the reverse design featuring the Lincoln Memorial, holds historical and symbolic significance. But it's not just about the coin's error, it's about the connection to American history. Every Lincoln penny tells the story of the nation, from its humble beginnings to the turbulent years of the 20th century. And when a coin like this surfaces with such an incredible error, it brings an entirely new layer of intrigue and excitement to collectors and historians alike. Now, if you're wondering how to identify a 1980 no-mint mark penny in your own collection, the process is relatively simple, but requires some attention to detail. First, examine the reverse side of the coin, just beneath the date. Normally, you'll find the mint mark there, either a D or an S. If it's missing, you may have a valuable error coin on your hands. Be sure to also check for other signs of wear or damage, as condition plays a huge role in the value of a coin. Coins that are in mint or near mint condition are generally worth far more than those that are heavily circulated or damaged. If you believe you have one of these coins, the next step is to get it authenticated. Professional coin graders, like those from the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can authenticate and assign a grade to your coin. Coins in excellent condition and with proper authentication are the ones that can fetch the highest prices at auction. When it comes to selling such a valuable coin, it's always a good idea to work with a reputable coin dealer or auction house. Auction houses, especially those specializing in rare coins, can help you find the right buyer who understands the value of such a treasure. In conclusion, the 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a stunning example of how rarity, history, and a small minting error can combine to create a coin worth millions of dollars. It's a reminder of just how exciting the world of coin collecting can be, and how even the most ordinary coins can sometimes turn into extraordinary treasures. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, it's important to keep an eye out for these kinds of rare and valuable coins, as they may be hiding in plain sight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future content. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts on the 1980 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy collecting! Welcome back, Old Coins Prices, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're taking a look at a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, the 1952 mint Mark Lincoln penny. This coin might look ordinary at first glance, but it has a market value that can be truly surprising, especially if you know what to look for. Stick around to find out what makes this penny so special, how to identify valuable versions, and why it's worth a small fortune today. The 1952 mint Mark Lincoln penny is part of the iconic Lincoln Wheat series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. The series itself is celebrated by collectors because it was the first to feature Abraham Lincoln on the 1-cent coin, honoring his legacy. This design was in place for nearly 50 years before transitioning to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1952 Lincoln penny, in particular, has become a standout for collectors because of its scarcity and unique characteristics that contribute to its high value. What sets the 1952 mint Mark penny apart is the S located beneath the date on the obverse, or head side of the coin. This S denotes that the coin was minted at the San Francisco Mint, one of the 3 major mints in the United States. During this period, San Francisco produced fewer coins than the Philadelphia and Denver mints, which means there are fewer 1952 pennies available today. This rarity factor alone makes the 1952 penny desirable, but there are several additional characteristics that can make certain versions of this penny even more valuable. One of the most important factors influencing the value of the 1952 mint Mark Lincoln penny is its condition, or grade. Collectors grade coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no visible imperfections under magnification. Coins in higher grades, especially those in mint state condition, are worth significantly more than lower grade examples. A 1952 penny that has been well preserved and shows minimal signs of wear can fetch a much higher price, especially if it has a deep, even color with a lustrous shine. Coins graded MS65 or higher, which indicate near perfect condition, are particularly desirable to collectors. In addition to general condition, other details like toning and striking quality add value. Toning is a natural color change that occurs on a coin's surface due to environmental exposure over time. In some cases, this toning can produce beautiful and unique colors, making the coin even more attractive to collectors. On the 1952 penny, unique shades of toning, such as vibrant hues of blue, gold, or red, can increase its appeal and value. Furthermore, well-struck examples, where all details are clearly defined, are valued more because they showcase the craftsmanship of the coin. And now, here's where things get really interesting. There are known varieties and errors within the 1952 Lincoln penny that can make certain coins even more valuable. One such error is the doubled die variety, where a slight misalignment during the minting process causes certain parts of the design to appear doubled. For the 1952 penny, doubling can often be seen on the date, the word liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust." These errors are rare and can sometimes only be identified with a magnifying glass or microscope, but when they are present, they can dramatically increase the coin's value. Another rare feature to watch for is the RPM or repunched mint mark error, specific to the 1952 penny. This error occurs when the S mint mark was struck more than once, creating a shadow or doubling effect. RPM varieties are particularly sought after by error coin collectors, as they add an extra layer of uniqueness. Coins with visible RPM errors often carry a premium in the market, so if you come across one of these, it's worth getting it professionally graded and authenticated. So, what kind of values are we talking about? A typical 1952 penny in circulated condition might be worth only a few cents to a few dollars. However, if you have one in exceptional condition, say, graded MS65 or higher, the value can jump to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coins with the rare doubled die or RPM errors can see even higher values, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. Some examples have sold for several $1,000s at auction, proving that even a penny can be worth a small fortune when it's the right coin in the right condition. If you're lucky enough to own a 1952 mint mark Lincoln penny, you might be wondering how to determine its value. The best way to start is by examining its condition and looking for any signs of errors like doubling or repunched mint marks. Using a magnifying glass or microscope can help you spot these details more easily. Next, consider having the coin professionally graded by a reputable service, like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A graded coin comes with a certificate that verifies its authenticity and condition, which can make it easier to sell and can increase its value. As with any valuable collectible, finding a buyer for your 1952 penny might take some time. Some options include online auctions, coin dealers, or collector forums. If you're looking to sell at a higher price, attending coin shows or working with auction houses can connect you with serious collectors who understand the value of rare coins and may be willing to pay a premium for a well-preserved or unique 1952 penny. In summary, the 1952 mint mark Lincoln penny may seem like a simple coin at first, but its unique features, rarity, and error varieties have made it a valuable and sought-after piece among collectors. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your coin collecting journey, understanding the factors that influence the value of this coin can help you make informed decisions about buying, selling, or preserving these fascinating pieces of history. That's all for today's video on the 1952 mint mark Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. Let us know in the comments if you have any rare coins in your collection or if there's a specific coin you'd like us to cover next. We're diving into one special penny that might surprise you with its worth. That's right, we're talking about the 2008 mint mark Lincoln penny. You might think a penny from 2008 doesn't hold much value, but some of these coins could be worth much more than just 1 cent. So sit back, and let's explore what makes the 2008 penny so unique and valuable. Let's start with some background on the 2008 Lincoln penny. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the D mint mark on the coin. In 2008, millions of Lincoln pennies were produced across different mints, including Philadelphia and Denver. But, as with many coins, not every single one of them is the same. Variations, errors, and the quality of the coin's condition can all play a role in determining a coin's market value. 2008 was also the last year before the Lincoln penny's design changed in 2009 to honor the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. This makes the 2008 penny particularly interesting to collectors since it represents the end of an era in terms of design. You might wonder, what's so special about the 2008 penny? Why would any penny from this year be worth more than its face value? Well, there are a few factors that contribute to its value. First, the condition of the coin is critical. Collectors value coins in pristine condition, meaning they have little to no wear and retain their original mint luster. A coin in mint state or MS condition can be highly sought after, especially if it's graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Another important factor is whether the coin has any unique errors. Mint errors are mistakes made during the minting process, and they can significantly increase a coin's value. For example, a common type of error on some 2008 pennies includes off-center strikes, double dies, or other anomalies. These errors are rare, and their rarity often drives up demand among collectors. Even a minor error could make your 2008 penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its type and condition. One of the best ways to determine if your 2008 penny is valuable is to have it graded. Coin grading is a process where experts evaluate the coin's condition, assign it a grade, and encapsulate it in a protective case. Grades typically range from 1, which is the lowest, to 70, which is perfect mint state. Coins with higher grades fetch higher prices in the market. For example, a 2008 penny graded in MS67 or MS68 could be worth significantly more than a penny in lower grades. High-grade coins from 2008 have been known to sell for several dollars up to hundreds of dollars, depending on demand and rarity. While it may not sound like much, remember we're talking about a single penny here. In the world of coin collecting, the difference between a common coin and a rare high-grade coin can be night and day. Let's get into the specific errors you might find on a 2008 Lincoln penny. First up is the double die error, which occurs when the coin design is struck twice, creating a doubling effect. This error can usually be seen in the lettering or Lincoln's profile. Double dies are highly collectible and can be worth much more than a standard penny. Another type of error is the off-center strike, which happens when the coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process. This error results in an uneven or partially struck design, making the coin appear lopsided. Coins with this type of error are often worth more because they're rare and visually striking. Finally, keep an eye out for die cracks or chips. These occur when there's a small crack in the die used to strike the coins. The crack or chip can leave raised lines or marks on the coin's surface, making it unique. Die cracks aren't always as valuable as double dies or off-center strikes, but they're still interesting errors that collectors appreciate. So, how can you determine if your 2008 penny is valuable? Start by examining the coin closely, ideally with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for any signs of errors, like doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Pay attention to the overall condition of the coin. Check if there are any scratches, discoloration, or wear that might lower its grade. If you think you've got a promising penny, consider sending it to a professional grading service. This can give you an accurate assessment of its condition and authenticity. It's also a good idea to check recent auction prices for graded 2008 pennies to see what similar coins are selling for. Websites like eBay or auction sites like Heritage Auctions and Stacksbowers can provide insight into current market values. If you do happen to have a valuable 2008 penny, proper storage is essential. Coin collectors recommend storing coins in a cool, dry place and keeping them in protective cases or holders. Avoid touching the surface of the coin with your fingers, as oils from your skin can damage it over time. Using cotton gloves and placing the coin in a holder can help preserve its condition and, ultimately, its value. So, there you have it, the story of the 2008 Lincoln penny, a coin that's worth more than just 1 cent if you know what to look for. Whether it's due to a rare error, an exceptional grade, or simply its place in numismatic history, this penny could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed learning about the 2008 penny and want to hear more about valuable coins, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Let us know in the comments if you have any valuable finds in your coin collection. Who knows, you might be sitting on a small fortune. We're diving into the story behind a unique penny you might have in your collection without even realizing its value, the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. While it might look like just an ordinary penny, this particular coin could be worth far more than a single cent. If you're a collector or just someone with a curious eye, you'll want to stick around and learn why this penny has caught the attention of collectors across the country. So, what makes this 1989 Lincoln penny special? Let's start with its appearance. The coin features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, or front, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, which was first introduced on the penny in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design became iconic and was used until the reverse was changed to the Union Shield in 2010. But it's not the design itself that makes this coin valuable, it's the small details and a few rare variations that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. One of the first things to notice is that this 1989 penny has no mint mark. Usually, pennies minted in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, and for the 1989 penny, this is no exception. However, what makes certain 1989 pennies stand out is the quality of the strike, condition, and in some cases, rare errors that occurred during production. Coins in pristine condition, without any signs of wear or damage, are considered highly valuable in the collector's market. This brings us to an essential term in coin collecting, grading. Grading is the process of assessing a coin's condition on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint condition coin. The 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in top grades, especially those graded 65 and above, can fetch a significant amount of money. Collectors and investors are particularly interested in coins that are in uncirculated condition, meaning they have never been used in daily transactions and retain all their original features. The highest value for this penny can be attributed to coins that are not only uncirculated but also display unique errors. An error coin is one that was struck with a flaw, which can range from slight imperfections to major faults. For example, double die errors, where images or text appear doubled, are highly sought after by collectors. Other errors include off-center strikes, where the coin design is not properly aligned, or die cracks that result in unusual marks on the surface of the coin. These mistakes make each error coin one of a kind, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for these rare finds. And now, you might wonder, just how much can this 1989 penny be worth? While the average 1989 Lincoln penny without a mint mark in circulated condition holds its standard value of 1 cent, those in excellent, uncirculated condition or those with errors can sell for impressive sums. For instance, an uncirculated 1989 penny with a high grade of MS65 or higher can sell for around $50 or more. However, if you're fortunate enough to own a 1989 penny with a noticeable error, the value can skyrocket. Some rare error pennies have been known to fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. One example to illustrate this is a 1989 penny with a double die error on the obverse. This type of coin is extremely rare and can bring in significant bids from collectors when it appears at auction. Coins with these dramatic errors become centerpieces in collections because they represent unique moments in minting history, moments that were never intended to happen, making them truly special. If you're hoping to find one of these valuable 1989 pennies, there are a few things you can do. First, make sure to carefully inspect any 1989 pennies you have in your possession. Look for coins that are in good condition with minimal scratches or wear. If you come across a penny that looks different or seems to have an unusual mark, it could be worth having it evaluated by a professional. Many collectors recommend using a magnifying glass or microscope to spot subtle errors that might otherwise go unnoticed. You can also consider submitting your coin to a grading service for a more official evaluation, especially if you believe you have an uncirculated or error coin. Remember, the value of any coin is ultimately determined by the demand in the collector's market. While not every 1989 penny without a mint mark will be worth a fortune, certain coins with high grades or unique errors have the potential to command impressive prices. In summary, the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny might seem ordinary at first glance, but don't let its common appearance fool you. With the right conditions, a high grade, or the presence of an error, this coin could be worth far more than a penny. So next time you come across a jar of loose change or check your pocket, take a moment to examine each penny closely. You never know, you might just find a hidden treasure worth adding to your collection or even selling at a premium. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the fascinating world of valuable coins. If you enjoyed learning about the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny and want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all our latest videos. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in the Lincoln penny series, the 1985 D mint mark Lincoln penny. It may seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but collectors know that certain versions of this coin can hold incredible value. So if you've ever come across one or are curious about its history and why it's so highly sought after, you're in the right place. Let's get into the story behind the 1985 D Lincoln penny and explore what makes it so special. First, let's start with some basics. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1909, introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since then, the design has undergone several changes, but the penny remains one of the most widely recognized coins in circulation. The 1985 D penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark on the coin. That year, the Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, which makes the 1985 D penny generally common. However, certain factors make this coin stand out from the rest, and that's what has collectors eager to get their hands on it. What's special about the 1985 D penny? As with many coins, errors and variations can make a huge difference in a coin's value, and that's exactly the case with this penny. Coin collectors love finding coins with errors because they're rare, unique, and highly collectible. Some of the most valuable 1985 D pennies have known errors, including off-center strikes, die cracks, and doubling. Let's break these down. First, let's talk about off-center strikes. This error occurs when the blank coin, or planchet, isn't properly aligned with the die during the minting process. As a result, the image on the coin appears off-center, with parts of the design missing. Depending on how far off-center the strike is, these coins can fetch a high price at auction. A slight off-center error may be worth a few $100s, while a more significant misalignment can make the coin worth even more. Another error that adds value to the 1985 D penny is die cracks. A die crack occurs when a flaw in the minting die leaves a raised line or pattern on the coin. These cracks can vary in size and location, and each one is unique. Coins with prominent or unusual die cracks can bring in serious money because they're one-of-a-kind pieces. If you happen to find a 1985 D penny with a noticeable die crack, you might be holding onto a valuable item. Now, let's get into doubling, one of the most sought-after errors among collectors. Doubling, or a doubled die error, happens when the design on the die shifts slightly between strikes, causing parts of the image to appear doubled. On the 1985 D penny, doubling is most commonly seen on the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Coins with clear doubling can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the condition and clarity of the error. While error coins are highly prized, even a regular 1985 D penny can hold significant value if it's in pristine condition. In the world of coin collecting, the quality or grade of a coin is a crucial factor in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with a grade of 70 being perfect. High-grade examples of the 1985 D penny, especially those graded above MS65, can command impressive prices at auction. If you have a 1985 D penny in uncirculated or mint condition, it's worth getting it professionally graded because a high grade can dramatically increase its market value. So why is this specific year and mint mark so popular with collectors? One reason is that the 1985 D penny represents a period of transition in U.S. coinage. By this time, pennies were no longer made from copper but primarily from zinc with a thin copper coating. This change in materials introduced new types of errors and wear patterns, making these later pennies distinct from earlier ones. For collectors, coins from transitional periods often carry added appeal, as they capture a unique moment in the evolution of U.S. currency. Let's talk numbers. How much could a rare 1985 D penny be worth? Well, standard 1985 D pennies in circulated condition are typically worth only their face value, 1 cent. However, higher grade, uncirculated versions, as well as those with errors, can be worth significantly more. For instance, a well-preserved 1985 D penny with a high MS grade could fetch between $50 and $100. If the coin has a rare error like doubling or an off-center strike, its value could climb into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One notable example sold at auction was a 1985 D penny graded MS67 with a die crack error, which sold for over $1,000. This shows how certain features can elevate the value of what might otherwise seem like a common coin. Rare versions of the 1985 D penny continue to be popular at coin shows and auctions, where collectors eagerly bid for these unique pieces of numismatic history. If you're wondering how to tell if your 1985 D penny might be valuable, here are some tips. First, take a close look at the coin under a magnifying glass or microscope. Check for any signs of doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes. If the coin appears to be in exceptional condition, with minimal scratches or wear, it may be worth sending to a grading service for an official evaluation. Grading companies like PCGS or NGC can help determine the coin's quality and provide an official grade, which can add to its value if you decide to sell. Finally, you might be wondering where to sell a valuable 1985 D penny. There are several options available, including online auction sites like eBay, professional coin auctions, and coin shops. Some collectors also prefer to sell their coins directly through coin shows, where they can negotiate with other enthusiasts. Just remember, if you have a coin that you believe is valuable, it's a good idea to have it professionally appraised to get an accurate sense of its worth. In conclusion, the 1985 D Lincoln penny might look like just another penny, but it's proof that sometimes the smallest details can hold the most value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's worth taking a second look at your pocket change. You never know when you might come across a coin with hidden value. So next time you're sorting through pennies, keep an eye out for the 1985 D. It could be a small piece of history that's worth far more than you'd expect. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content on rare and valuable coins. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable penny or if there's a specific coin you'd like us to cover next. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that many collectors are actively seeking and that could be worth a surprising amount of money. If you're a collector or even just curious about coin values, you're in the right place. This 1967 penny might look like an ordinary coin, but its unique history and scarcity make it one of the most intriguing and potentially valuable pennies out there. Let's start by talking about the basics of the 1967 penny. First of all, you might notice that this penny doesn't have a mint mark. Most US coins feature a small letter indicating where they were minted. However, the 1967 penny is part of a rare group of coins produced during a time when the US Mint temporarily removed mint marks from coins. This was part of an effort to discourage hoarding during a period when the country was experiencing a coin shortage. The US Mint hoped that by eliminating mint marks, people would focus less on collecting coins by location and more on circulating them for everyday use. This lack of a mint mark might not seem like a big deal, but it actually adds a layer of intrigue for collectors, especially those interested in unique US coins. The 1967 penny was produced primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, which historically didn't use mint marks on coins anyway. But because 1967 was a special year for this policy, it stands out among Lincoln pennies. So why is the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable to collectors today? There are several factors at play. First, it's important to understand that coin collectors place a high value on rarity and condition. While millions of 1967 pennies were minted, finding one in pristine condition after all these years is not easy. Coins that are nearly flawless or have very little wear are known as being in high-grade condition, and these are the types of coins collectors will pay top dollar for. The market value of a 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in average circulated condition isn't extremely high. However, if you happen to come across a 1967 penny in an uncirculated, mint-state condition, you could be holding onto something much more valuable. High-grade versions of this coin can fetch prices that go up to thousands of dollars at auctions, especially if they're certified by a professional grading service. A professional grading can be a game-changer. Coins that are graded as mint state 65 or higher are typically the most sought after by serious collectors. If you happen to own a 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in such high-grade condition, it could have significant value. Additionally, there are even higher grades, like mint state 66 or 67, which are incredibly rare and can drive the price up even more. And now, let's talk about some of the specific characteristics that make a 1967 penny valuable. One of the most important factors is its color and luster. Pennies that still have their original red, coppery shine, as they did when they were first minted, are far more valuable than those that have turned a brownish color over time. The US Mint used a copper alloy for pennies in 1967, which is why collectors love finding coins with that vibrant red finish. In the world of coin collecting, this is referred to as red or RD on the grading scale. Besides color, collectors are also interested in any potential errors on these coins. Coin errors can include anything from doubled die errors, where part of the design appears doubled, to off-center strikes, where the coin's design is misaligned. These types of errors add an extra layer of rarity and can increase the coin's value significantly. If you're lucky enough to find a 1967 penny with a noticeable error, it's worth having it checked by an expert, as it could be worth quite a bit of money. Another reason the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has gained attention is because it represents an interesting piece of history. This penny is a snapshot of a specific time in US minting history when the mint was trying to control how coins circulated. As such, it's an essential piece for anyone building a collection of US coins from the 1960s and adds a unique story to any collection. So, how can you tell if the 1967 penny you have is valuable? First, take a close look at its overall condition. If it's heavily worn, with scratches or discoloration, it's likely worth only face value. But if it's shiny, with minimal wear, you could be looking at a much more valuable coin. It's always a good idea to use a magnifying glass to check for any mint errors or signs of doubling on the date or other design elements. Once you've inspected the coin, consider having it professionally graded if you believe it might be in mint state condition. A professional grading service can provide a formal assessment of your coin's grade and condition, which can help maximize its value if you decide to sell it. So, how much can a top-grade 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny be worth? Prices can vary, but high-grade examples have sold at auction for anywhere between several hundred to a few $1,000s. Collectors who specialize in Lincoln pennies are willing to pay these prices to add a pristine example of a 1967 penny to their collections. The highest-graded versions, especially those with unique errors or exceptional red coloring, have reached well over $1,000 in certain cases. To sum it up, while the 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might not seem rare at first glance, its historical context, potential high-grade value, and the possibility of rare mint errors make it a fascinating and potentially valuable coin to own. If you have one of these pennies sitting in your collection, take a close look. Who knows, you might be holding onto a piece of history that could bring you more than you ever expected. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into valuable coins and hidden treasures. Let us know in the comments if you've come across any 1967 pennies or other rare finds. Keep checking your change, and as always, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1977 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might seem like just an ordinary penny, but this no mint mark version could be worth far more than just 1 cent. In fact, some of these coins have sold for thousands of dollars in top-tier condition. Let's break down what makes the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable, what to look for, and why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. Before we get started, let's take a quick look back at the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since then, it has become one of the most recognizable and collected coins in U.S. history. In 1977, the penny was made of copper, weighing 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19 millimeters. This penny featured Abraham Lincoln's profile on the front, or obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the back, or reverse. For pennies minted in Philadelphia, you'll notice there's no mint mark under the date on the obverse side, which is the case with this 1977 penny. So, why does a 1977 no mint mark penny hold significant value? Like with most collectible coins, the answer lies in its rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. While millions of these pennies were produced, finding one in near-perfect or uncirculated condition is rare. Over time, most pennies get circulated heavily, leading to scratches, dings, and general wear. But some 1977 no mint mark pennies have been preserved in pristine condition, known as mint state, which makes them exceptionally valuable. Coins in such high grades, especially those graded as MS-67 or MS-68 by top coin grading agencies like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can fetch impressive prices at auction. Another key factor in determining the value of a 1977 no mint mark penny is its eye appeal, or the visual quality of the coin. Eye appeal can be affected by factors like luster, color, and any unique visual characteristics. A coin with a bright, original coppery shine will typically attract more interest and higher bids than one with a dull or tarnished surface. Some 1977 pennies exhibit a beautiful red color, designated as red in coin grading terms, which means they retain much of their original luster and color. Red pennies are more valuable than those labeled as red brown or brown, as they have been better preserved over the decades. And now let's discuss the market value of the 1977 no mint mark penny. In circulated condition, this coin is generally worth only a few cents to a couple of dollars, depending on its wear. However, when you get into the higher grades, like MS-66, MS-67, or even MS-68, the value skyrockets. Coins graded MS-66 or MS-67 can sell for hundreds of dollars, and those rare MS-68 examples can reach into the thousands. In recent years, these high-grade 1977 pennies have sold for as much as $2,500 or even more at auction, especially if they possess that stunning red coloration and strong eye appeal. You might be wondering what it takes to identify a high-grade 1977 penny and if you could have one in your pocket or coin jar right now. First, examine the coin under good lighting. Look for clear, sharp details, especially around Lincoln's hair and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The less wear and tear you see, the better. If you think you have a high-quality 1977 penny, consider taking it to a professional coin dealer or sending it to a grading service. They'll assess its condition, color designation, and overall quality, which will give you a better idea of its value. If you're fortunate enough to come across a 1977 penny in high-grade condition, keep in mind that its value will depend on market demand and collector interest. Rare coins like these tend to appreciate over time as they become harder to find, especially in mint state condition. This makes the 1977 no mint mark penny an exciting find for collectors and a potential investment for the future. So, whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for these unique 1977 pennies. You never know if that seemingly ordinary penny in your change could be worth a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating coin discoveries. We're diving into the world of valuable coins, specifically focusing on a very special penny that might surprise you with its worth. We're talking about the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny. If you have one of these tucked away in your collection or even hiding in your pocket change, it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. So, why is this penny so valuable? Let's explore the history, key features, and the reasons collectors are willing to pay big bucks for this particular coin. The 1991 Lincoln penny is part of the long-standing Lincoln cents series, which started in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. These coins have been a staple in American currency and have gone through several design changes and minting techniques over the years. But what makes the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny stand out from the rest? It's all about rarity, condition, and a bit of luck. Let's start with the no-mint mark detail. Usually, pennies minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those minted in Denver and San Francisco carry a D or S mint mark. The 1991 no-mint mark penny was minted in Philadelphia, so it's not an error or special variation in that sense. However, collectors look for unique characteristics in these pennies that could set them apart from others minted in the same year. One of the major factors that makes a 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny valuable is its condition. Coins that have been well preserved over the years, with minimal wear and tear, are always in high demand. Collectors often look for coins in mint state, which means the coin appears as if it was just minted. These coins have no scratches, no discoloration, and sharp details. A 1991 Lincoln penny in pristine mint state condition can fetch a high price at auction, sometimes reaching thousands of dollars, but condition isn't the only factor. Some of these pennies have slight variations or errors that make them even more valuable. Common errors include doubling, where parts of the design appear twice, and off-center strikes, where the image isn't aligned correctly on the coin. These unique features are often the result of small mistakes during the minting process, making each error coin essentially one of a kind. The value of the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can vary greatly. Most of these pennies are only worth their face value of 1 cent. However, if you have a 1991 penny in excellent condition or one with a minting error, it could be worth a significant amount. At recent auctions, some of these high-grade 1991 pennies have sold for thousands of dollars, with the most pristine examples reaching a market value of around $1.4 million. That's right, over $1 million for a penny. So, if you want to find out if your 1991 Lincoln penny is valuable, the first step is to check its condition. Look for any signs of wear or damage, and pay close attention to the details. If you think it's in great shape, you might want to get it graded by a professional coin grading service. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can give your coin an official rating, which will help determine its true value on the market. Another tip is to look for any unusual characteristics. Check for errors like doubling or off-center strikes, as these can significantly increase the coin's value. And remember, even small imperfections that occurred during the minting process can make your penny one of a kind and highly desirable to collectors. The story of the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a reminder that sometimes the most ordinary objects can be hiding extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a few coins in a jar, it's always worth taking a closer look. Who knows? You might have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and stories about rare coins. Let us know in the comments if you have any interesting coin finds. We're diving into one particular coin that's caught the attention of collectors and coin enthusiasts alike, the 1988 D-Mint mark Lincoln penny. You may be surprised to learn that this penny, a piece of pocket change, could potentially be worth a significant amount of money. Let's explore why this coin is so special, what makes it valuable, and how much it could be worth on today's market. The 1988 Lincoln penny is a well-known coin that most of us have probably seen or even carried around without giving it a second thought. It's one of the pennies produced by the Denver Mint, which is marked with a small d under the date. But not all 1988 D pennies are created equal. Some of these coins have special characteristics that set them apart and drive collectors to pay top dollar to add them to their collections. Today, we're going to cover the key features of the 1988 D penny that make it so valuable, including its minting errors, condition, and rarity. To understand the true value of this coin, let's start with a bit of background on the 1988 D penny. The Lincoln penny series has been around for over a century, with the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front, or obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. In 1988, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these pennies, and because so many were made, most people assume they're common and not worth much. But as we'll see, certain 1988 D pennies have become quite valuable due to a few key factors that separate them from the rest of the coins produced that year. One of the main reasons the 1988 D penny has become so valuable is due to a specific error known as the AM error on the reverse side of the coin. In a small number of 1988 pennies, the letters A and M and the word America on the reverse are spaced differently than they normally should be. This spacing error, referred to as the wide AM or close AM variation, is rare and highly sought after by collectors. These types of minting errors are fascinating because they're accidental, making each one unique and special in its own way. For the 1988 D penny, finding one with this error could make it worth significantly more than face value. In addition to the AM spacing error, there's another important aspect that can affect the value of the 1988 D penny: its condition. Like all coins, the condition of the coin, also called its grade, has a huge impact on its market value. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, meaning they look almost as fresh as the day they were minted, are usually worth more than those that show signs of wear. For the 1988 D penny, a high-grade example with no visible scratches, discoloration, or dents can bring in a significantly higher price. Collectors and grading experts carefully examine these coins, grading them on a scale from poor to mint state, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. So how much could a 1988 D mint mark penny actually be worth? The value of this penny can vary widely depending on its condition and whether it has one of the rare minting errors we mentioned earlier. For an average 1988 D penny without any errors and in circulated condition, the value might not be much more than 1 cent. However, if you have a high-grade example with the wide AM or close AM error, that penny could be worth anywhere from hundreds to even thousands of dollars at auction. Some collectors have reported selling these rare error coins for impressive sums, and the value continues to rise as more people learn about these hidden treasures in their pocket change. One factor that makes the 1988 D penny especially intriguing to collectors is its scarcity and high-grade condition. While millions of these pennies were minted, very few have survived over the years in mint or near-mint condition. Many have been in circulation, accumulating wear and tear that lowers their grade and value. Because of this, finding a 1988 D penny in excellent condition is rare, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples, especially those with error variations. If you're hoping to find a valuable 1988 D penny, here are a few tips. First, check the reverse side of any 1988 D penny you come across and look closely at the AM in America. If the letters are spaced unusually wide or close together, you might have an error coin. Next, examine the coin's condition. Look for any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, as these can impact its value. If you think you have a high-grade 1988 D penny or a coin with a possible minting error, consider having it professionally graded. This process involves sending the coin to an expert who can determine its grade and authenticity, which could significantly increase its resale value if it's found to be in excellent condition or if it has a rare error. The 1988 D Lincoln penny is a great reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. Who would have thought that a simple penny, worth just 1 cent, could turn out to be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Whether you're an experienced collector or someone just getting started, keep an eye out for this special coin. You never know when you might come across a hidden gem in your spare change. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We cover all kinds of rare coins, from pennies to nickels, dimes, and more. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions about the 1988 D penny or if there's a specific coin you'd like us to feature next. We're diving into a fascinating story in the world of coin collecting. We'll be talking about the 2002 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a seemingly ordinary coin that has left collectors amazed. Its value has skyrocketed on the market, making it one of the most coveted finds for collectors. So, if you're curious about why this little coin is worth such a staggering amount today, stick around as we uncover the mystery and history behind the 2002 D Lincoln penny. Let's begin with a bit of background. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of U.S. currency since it was first minted in 1909 to honor the centennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, many variations have been produced, with different mint marks indicating the location where they were made. In this case, the D on the 2002 Lincoln penny means it was minted in Denver. While most of these pennies are common and worth only face value, a few rare variations and errors can make some of them incredibly valuable. So what makes the 2002 D penny so special? The answer lies in its unique combination of condition, rarity, and error possibilities. Some 2002D pennies that have fetched high prices show distinctive characteristics or errors that occurred during production. This includes off-center strikes, doubling on certain letters or features, or even issues with the coin's surface or material. In the world of coin collecting, these kinds of errors are often highly prized, as they create a unique look and feel that sets them apart from standard pennies. One of the most sought-after types of errors for the 2002D penny is known as a double die error. This error occurs when the coin design is struck twice, resulting in a doubling effect on letters, numbers, or other features. This doubling can be subtle or quite pronounced, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins with visible and well-defined doubling. Another error that has attracted attention on the 2002D penny is an off-center strike, where the design of the coin isn't perfectly centered. These off-center errors can vary in degree, and the more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin can be. In addition to these errors, the condition of the coin plays a significant role in determining its value. For a 2002D penny to command a high price, it usually needs to be in excellent condition, preferably uncirculated or in mint state. Collectors and graders use a scale called the Sheldon scale, which rates coins from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, mint state coin. A 2002D penny in mint condition, especially one graded at 65 or higher, could significantly increase its value. Now, you might be wondering just how much these pennies are worth. While most 2002D pennies you come across will still only be worth face value, those with distinct errors or high grades have been known to sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Imagine finding a penny that you could sell for such an amount. It's these rare and exceptional coins that have become the target of coin collectors across the world, but let's not forget about why these high-value 2002D pennies hold such a place in collectors' hearts. Beyond the potential for profit, coin collecting is often about the thrill of discovery and the stories behind each piece. Every error, every mint mark, and every imperfection tells a story about the coin's journey from the mint to your hand. Holding a rare or error coin feels like holding a piece of history, as these coins offer a glimpse into the production process and the occasional quirks that come with it. If you're interested in finding one of these valuable 2002D pennies, the good news is that you don't have to go out and buy it immediately. The best way to start is by checking any spare change you may have lying around or by examining rolls of pennies from banks. While the odds may be slim, many people have found rare coins just by carefully looking through their loose change. You could be one of the lucky few who stumbles upon a 2002D penny with a valuable error or in near-perfect condition. If you do happen to find one that looks promising, consider getting it professionally graded. Organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation can give you an official grade, which can be incredibly helpful if you ever decide to sell it. A professional grading not only increases the value of the coin but also provides potential buyers with confidence in the coin's authenticity and condition. To wrap up, the 2002D Mint Mark Lincoln penny might look like an ordinary coin to most people, but collectors know that there's more than meets the eye. From rare production errors to mint condition examples, these coins have become prized pieces in the coin collecting world, fetching impressive prices on the market. So next time you come across a 2002D penny, take a second look. You never know if you might be holding a small fortune in your hand. We're talking about a coin that might look pretty ordinary but could actually be worth quite a bit. That's right, we're focusing on the 2003 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. You might have seen this coin before or even have it sitting somewhere in your collection or change jar, but did you know it could be worth much more than just 1 cent? First, let's start with a little background on the 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny. This penny is part of the iconic Lincoln penny series that began in 1909. However, what makes some of these 2003 pennies unique is their lack of a mint mark. Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, but some specific 2003 no mint mark pennies have drawn attention from collectors due to their rarity or unique features that drive their market value. So, what exactly makes a 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth more than face value? To answer that, we need to look at 3 key factors that affect the value of any coin: condition, rarity, and errors. Let's break each of these down. First up, condition is crucial. Like many coins, the 2003 no mint mark penny can vary in value significantly based on its condition. Coins that are circulated and show signs of wear will generally have lower values. However, if your 2003 penny has been well preserved and is in mint or uncirculated condition, it could be worth a lot more. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition can be highly desirable to collectors and can bring in a premium price. Some 2003 no-mint mark pennies in nearly perfect condition, graded as MS or mint state by professional grading companies, can reach values far beyond a typical circulated penny. So if you have one that looks untouched, it might be worth having it professionally graded to see if it qualifies for a higher value. Now let's talk about rarity. The 2003 no-mint mark penny isn't rare in the sense that very few were made. In fact, millions of these pennies were produced. But certain variations in specific qualities of some of these pennies make them more desirable. Some collectors look for specific details like the metal composition, the sharpness of the strike, and other factors that set a coin apart. There are also collectors who seek out every year-end variety in the Lincoln penny series, and they may be willing to pay more to complete their collection with a 2003 penny in high grade. Although it's not extremely rare, finding one in perfect condition with distinctive features can drive up its value. Now, let's discuss the final factor: errors. Some of the most valuable coins are error coins, and the 2003 Lincoln penny is no exception. Errors can include things like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even unique die cracks. These errors happen during the minting process and are usually accidental. However, collectors love these unique quirks because they make each error coin one of a kind. For example, a 2003 no-mint mark penny with a doubled die error, where the image or text appears to be duplicated slightly, could fetch a substantial price. Other errors might include die breaks that cause lines or shapes on the coin's surface, adding to its uniqueness and appeal to collectors. So, if you come across a 2003 penny that looks a little unusual, it might be worth investigating further. And now, let's talk about the value. While the average 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might only be worth a few cents over face value if it's in circulated condition, the value can jump significantly depending on its condition and whether it has any of these rare errors. A high-grade 2003 penny with no mint mark and in uncirculated condition might sell for several dollars, and one with a rare error could go for even more. In some cases, collectors have paid hundreds or even thousands of dollars for pennies with unique errors or in perfect condition. If you have a 2003 penny that looks nearly flawless or has a visible error, you could be looking at a piece worth a significant amount. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny? First, take a closer look at it. Check its condition and look for any unusual features that might indicate an error. If you're still unsure, you might consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. This can help determine its condition and value, especially if it's in excellent shape or has an interesting error. To recap, the 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth more than you think due to its condition, rarity, and potential for minting errors. Although it might look like an everyday penny, these factors can significantly increase its value in the eyes of collectors. So next time you're going through your change jar, don't just pass by those pennies. One of them could be worth a lot more than face value. Thanks for joining us today as we explored the fascinating world of the 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. If you found this video helpful or learned something new, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting tips, insights, and rare finds. And let us know in the comments, have you ever come across a 2003 penny that seemed unusual? We'd love to hear your stories. We're diving into a fascinating topic that may surprise you: the 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. You may be thinking, what makes this penny worth more than its face value? Well, you're in for a treat because this coin has some interesting details and a surprising market value. So, let's explore why this penny is so valuable and what collectors are willing to pay for it. First, let's quickly talk about the Lincoln penny itself. This iconic coin has been a part of American currency since 1909. It's one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history, and it honors President Abraham Lincoln, who was known for leading the nation through the Civil War and helping to abolish slavery. Over the years, many variations of the Lincoln penny have been released, and certain years and mint marks have caught the eye of collectors. The 2004 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. But what makes the 2004 no-mint mark version stand out? To understand why this coin is valuable, we need to look at its minting history. Typically, U.S. coins have a mint mark that indicates where they were produced, a D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, and no mark for Philadelphia. The 2004 Lincoln penny was meant to be minted in Philadelphia, and most of the pennies produced that year were indeed stamped with the P mint mark. However, a few of these 2004 pennies were struck without any mint mark. This was a result of a rare mistake at the mint. Although most of these coins are not particularly valuable, those that were struck without a mint mark in 2004 have caught the attention of collectors. The rarity of this mistake, along with the year's historical context, is what boosts the value of the 2004 no-mint mark penny. The 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can fetch anywhere from a few dollars to more significant amounts depending on its condition. Generally speaking, an uncirculated or well-preserved example of this coin can be worth $10 to $15. However, if the coin is in mint condition, with no visible wear and tear, it can be worth even more, sometimes even up to $100 or more at auction. A well-graded example from a reputable coin grading company can push the value of the coin even higher, especially if it's one of the very few pristine examples in existence. For those looking to buy or sell a 2004 no-mint mark penny, the rarity and the condition of the coin will be the key factors that determine its price. As always, be sure to consult a trusted numismatist or coin dealer for an accurate valuation. So, how can you identify this elusive penny in your collection? The easiest way to check is to simply look at the coin's obverse side, the one that features Abraham Lincoln. On most pennies, you'll see the mint mark either under the date or just above the year. If you have a 2004 penny that's missing this mint mark, you may have found yourself a valuable collector's item. When assessing the value of your 2004 no mint mark penny, there are several factors to consider. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition are worth significantly more than those that show heavy wear. Look for sharp details, clear lettering, and minimal scratches or dings. While not an incredibly rare error, the fact that a small number of 2004 pennies were struck without a mint mark makes them more desirable to collectors. Having your coin professionally graded by a service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can boost its value, especially for collectors who are looking for top-tier examples. You might be wondering if it's worth your time to go through your spare change and look for these rare 2004 no-mint mark pennies. The short answer is yes, but be prepared for the hunt. Most 2004 pennies that are circulating today will not be the error coins, but that doesn't mean it's impossible to find one. If you're into coin collecting, this is a fun and rewarding hunt that might just lead you to a nice surprise. So, there you have it, the 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that might seem common but holds a surprising value in the world of coin collectors. Whether you find one in your pocket change or you're thinking about adding it to your collection, it's certainly worth taking a second look at. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about this rare penny and want to see more content about valuable coins, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Also, feel free to share your coin hunting stories in the comments below. Who knows, maybe you found a rare coin of your own. Where we dive into one of the most interesting and valuable coins in recent years, the 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This coin has gained attention among collectors and investors, and in this video, we'll explore why it's worth paying attention to, its market value, and how you can determine if you have one that could be worth more than its face value. Let's start with some background on the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909, has a rich history and is one of the most iconic coins in American currency. Over the years, different variations and mint marks have made certain years and types particularly valuable. Most of the time, Lincoln pennies feature a mint mark indicating where they were produced. However, 2014 was a year where certain pennies were issued without a mint mark, which has sparked curiosity among coin collectors. The 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is particularly noteworthy because it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia are marked with the letter P to indicate their origin. But in 2014, a series of pennies were released without this mint mark, making them rare. This unusual absence of the mint mark has made collectors eager to find them, and their value has been steadily increasing. So, what makes the 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth more than its usual 1 cent? While it is not the rarest coin in the world, its unique characteristics have made it a sought-after piece for numismatists. The market value of these coins fluctuates, but you can often find a 2014 no-mint mark penny priced anywhere from a few dollars to several hundred, depending on its condition and any unique features it may have. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are especially valuable and can command higher prices, especially if they're graded by a professional coin grading service. It's important to note that most 2014 no-mint mark pennies are not worth thousands of dollars. However, the value can rise significantly if the coin has been preserved in excellent condition or if there are certain errors that make it stand out. such as double strikes, die cracks, or unusual color variations. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified as having these features can see a price boost, and they are highly sought after by serious collectors. Now, how can you tell if you have a 2014 no-mint mark penny in your possession that could be worth more than face value? The first thing you need to do is examine the coin closely. Look for any signs of wear or damage. A coin that has been circulated extensively is likely to have some visible wear, which will reduce its value. Coins that have been kept in mint condition, especially those with no signs of handling or tarnishing, are worth more. If you find a 2014 penny in excellent condition, it's a good idea to get it graded by a professional service. Coin grading is a process where a coin is evaluated for its condition on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades indicating better preservation. A coin with a grade of 65 or higher is considered to be in exceptional condition and can demand a higher market value. Another factor to consider is the demand for the coin. As with any collectible, the value of a coin can be driven up by demand. The 2014 no-mint mark penny is still relatively new compared to some of the older, more famous rare coins, but it has been gaining attention from collectors who are eager to add it to their collections. If you are lucky enough to find a well-preserved example, it's a good idea to keep an eye on the market trends, as the value could increase as more people discover its rarity. If you're interested in selling your 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, there are several avenues you can explore. Online auction sites, coin dealers, and collector conventions are great places to start. Before selling, however, it's important to do some research to ensure that you're getting a fair price. Knowing the current market value and how much similar coins are selling for will help you determine a reasonable price for your coin. In conclusion, while the 2014 no-mint mark Lincoln penny may not be one of the rarest coins in the world, it is certainly an interesting and valuable piece for collectors. Its unique feature of lacking the mint mark, combined with its potential for high-quality preservation and rare varieties, makes it a desirable coin for those in the numismatic community. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who stumbled upon a rare find, the 2014 no-mint mark penny is definitely worth taking a closer look at. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content about rare and valuable coins. And remember, always keep an eye out for hidden treasures in your pocket change. You never know what you might find. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1976 mint mark Lincoln penny. This particular penny is more than just a piece of change. It has captured the attention of collectors due to its surprising market value. You may have heard of rare coins fetching thousands of dollars, but the 1976 penny, in excellent condition, can be worth a lot more than you might expect. Before we get into its value, let's first take a quick look at the history behind the 1976 penny. This coin was minted in celebration of the United States bicentennial, which marked 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The U.S. Mint produced special bicentennial quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins to commemorate the occasion. However, the Lincoln penny, which we're discussing today, remained relatively unchanged except for a slight modification to the reverse design of the coin. The 1976 Lincoln penny still features the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. However, the reverse still shows the familiar wheat ears, which were replaced with the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. But despite its largely unaltered design, the 1976 penny stands out in the market due to its rarity and high-grade conditions and its historical significance. Now, let's talk about the market value of the 1976 mint mark Lincoln penny. When most people think of rare pennies, they may think of those with mint errors or special conditions. The 1976 penny is not necessarily rare in terms of mintage, but its value can be elevated due to certain factors. A well-preserved, high-grade 1976 penny, especially in uncirculated or MS65, mint state 65, condition, could fetch a price of around $1,000 to $1,500 on the market. Coins in pristine condition, those that show little to no signs of wear, are especially valuable. The condition of the coin is crucial when determining its value. Pennies that are worn down or show signs of heavy circulation are typically only worth their face value or slightly more. But, if you have a 1976 penny that looks as though it's just been minted, with clear, sharp details and no discoloration or damage, then you may be holding a coin worth several $100s or even more. As always, it's important to get your coins properly graded by a professional service, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations are trusted experts in the field of coin grading and can help you determine if your 1976 penny is in a valuable grade. For some additional context, certain rare mint error pennies can push the value of a 1976 penny even higher. For example, if a 1976 penny was struck with double dies or had an unusual minting flaw, its value could easily soar well into the thousands of dollars. Errors like these are what drive collectors to seek out even the most common coins, knowing that a small anomaly can make all the difference. But the appeal of the 1976 penny doesn't just come from its value. It's also part of the greater bicentennial collection, which makes it a desirable piece for history buffs and coin collectors alike. Collecting these coins gives us a tangible link to the past, allowing us to own a small piece of history that represents one of the most significant moments in American history. If you happen to have a 1976 mint Mark Lincoln penny, be sure to examine it closely. Look for any unusual characteristics, such as its overall shine, wear, or any potential mint errors. And remember, the better the condition, the higher the potential market value. In conclusion, while the 1976 Lincoln penny may not be one of the most famous rare pennies, it certainly has its place in the world of coin collecting. With the right condition and a bit of luck, this humble penny could be worth much more than its original face value. Whether you're looking to sell your coin or add it to your collection, keep in mind that its market value is determined by its condition, rarity, and the current demand in the collector community. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1976 mint Mark Lincoln penny, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more content on rare coins, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What's the most interesting penny you've ever found? Let us know, we'd love to hear from you.